finals of
I think it was losers semi, or was it semis or finals? Yeah, but it was Foxy versus.
Oh right, sorry, I'm sorry. You're right. Losers semi.
Yeah, it was Foxy versus the man that won CEO himself, White Boy.
And this is a. So this is not the first time that we're going to be seeing this matchup today. Of course, there's going to be plenty more games later on. So we're going to see a ton of different matchups through 3 separate tournaments today. But of course, this will be a matchup so entirely
there is
based
no
on...
shortage of Injustice today.
Oh no, it is quite the day of Injustice.
Wow, that is a really tight combo.
That is good conversion from Toxin. And now he's got Deadshot exactly where he wants him.
It's such a funny looking kick.
The last breath draws me.
Ooh, good anti-air. That is not one of the faster down twos. He's got a good hitbox, but pretty slow. And no conversion from the cross-up jump 3. I'm surprised that we didn't see Toxin poke after the sweep, because that is, of course, plus unblock.
Oh, nice jump. Scarecrow honestly has some of the best jump ins in the game. It's ridiculous.
More toxin.
How great is it that he says we need more Toxin? Played by BeyondToxin.
BeyondToxin, yeah.
It is the ultimate.
That's actually perfect. Yeah, you're right.
All right, but now we're in the spot that Odie FullAuto wants, where the zoning can really take effect. Now with some patience, Scarecrow can make it in, especially with a ridiculous jump in like his jump 2. But he's still gonna need patience.
Would you like some?
I would like some. All right, very, very plus restand. What's the mix-up? Standing 3 tick throw, very nice.
Yeah, it's often really good to hit tick throws with buttons that you're not normally used to seeing. Like for instance, down 1 you can almost expect it, but stand 3 is a button we don't really get to see from Scarecrow that often.
That is true. It does a lot of damage, but it just has very little range. Ooh, and FullAuto's bringing this lead back with zoning.
Oh, he's slowly dying. Grab. It's not gonna kill, but it might.
The Toxin's still on Toxin. No!
Wow.
Just outside.
Begin.
Still, that match was about as close as it gets. Ooh, and we're seeing FullAuto playing a little bit more offensively here.
We are at now full screen. This is, I mean, Toxin is luckily a patient player, so he is going to be able to kind of almost walk his way in. As I say that, he jumps impatiently and gets hit. But this is still really tough for Scarecrow. It's really, I wouldn't say tough, it's just really annoying for Scarecrow to try to get in.
It definitely is. I mean, even if you have a lot of patience, you're almost definitely going to allow the opponent to chip you a good amount and build a ton of meter. That is, of course, one of the main strengths of Deadshot. That's why he's such a good zoner. Oh, but look at this damage. Scarecrow just needs to get in once, and then he can do stuff like this. That should close out the first life bar.
Your feelings personified.
Nice air-to-air, and then that should tie it up.
I always find a soft spot.
Ooh, could have got a little bit more damage, actually quite a bit more damage off of that,
Yeah,
had he converted
definitely.
into the spin instead of the meter burn blast.
Nice, gets over these.
Good push block. I think push blocking is a very, very smart option in this matchup, just because Deadshot can build so much meter as Scarecrow's trying to get in. And once you get rid of the option of Scarecrow's plus frames, that changes his entire game.
No, it does. It really does. Nice jump patterns there to get around everything. Again, another push block. Also a great decision from FullAuto.
Missed a few shots.
Only because you're cheating.
What?
Cheating. That's
Oh, he said
definitely-
missed a few shots.
Yeah, missed a few
I thought he
shots.
said Mr. Few Shots. I was like, what?
That definitely sounds like an excuse. Well, just because you're cheating.
Something I would say. Wow. 2-0 for...
Surprised we're not seeing a switch from Toxin. We do know that Toxin's got quite a few characters under his belt. He's got Supergirl.
He also plays Firestorm, which in this matchup I feel like isn't that bad either.
But all these matches have been close. It's just when FullAuto gets that sort of zoning momentum going, it's so tough to deal with it.
Again, a really good use of push block there. OD, like you said, FullAuto has been doing such a good job of just nullifying a lot of what Scarecrow is good at.
Oh, just a raw standing 3. That was a very interesting button to press right there. But probably not what he meant to do, as Toxin's going to take a very early lead. Ooh, that's a lot of damage for an anti. Or actually, you know what? Could have been a little bit more. I think the fact that blue trait was on made it so all the hits didn't connect. Oh, look at this chip damage.
Oh, nice. Gets in. This is a really big chance for Toxin now to take his first game against FullAuto in the corner. He has all the pressure he wants, still has 1 bar left for... He burns it.
You're a real downer, man.
That's the point.
That was a good one.
Catch him with his feet. He's riding the train backwards. Riding the bullet train. Ooh, a teleport. And that actually might have been the worst teleport. I mean, even if he had lost his first life bar, he was still just barely outside of the corner. But now Toxin has so much space to make back up. Still, all he's going to need is a little bit more damage, and the fact that he's got trade on, actually just faded, but if he manages to get trade on one more time, that could be huge.
I mean, there's really not much left for FullAuto to be able to give.
At this point, he could just teleport in over and over until it's done. One more teleport, that's it.
That's it.
I mean, he literally, very smart choice. When you get down to that small amount of life against Scarecrow, you kind of just have to, I mean, you would have to pull off a miracle.
Oh, unblockable. Sets him up, he's gonna get away.
The second one.
I was gonna say that actually was gonna hit, but fortunately for Toxin, FullAuto actually pushed him out with gunshots.
He's like, no, let me save you with bullets.
I didn't mean
And he's continuing to save him with bullets. Wow, Toxin has just barely made any space as he's losing his entire life bar.
Passing this time.
Oh, no.
Magazine is still there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I wonder how long it stays for.
I don't know.
Keep your eye on it.
But I'm keeping my eye on it.
Again, back in that same exact range, and Toxin just not able to find a way in. If he finds his way in once or twice, though, that could be the life bar, and he really needs it.
I gotta say, this is superb decision making from OD FullAuto as well. A lot of people may see this as spam, but the mix and use of gunshots to keep BeyondToxin out is actually pretty impressive.
It's true. I mean, for a while, Toxin, like you said, he had some really nice jump patterns. He was able to make it in, but even stuff like that, you see how he read the jump by using the down back 2, the multiple hitting one?
Are you scared yet?
Eat lead, sucker.
25%. Can Toxin do it?
Ooh, could have just done back 1-2 and got the full conversion, but chooses not to.
And that is it. OD FullAuto moves forward.
I guess so. I don't know. Oh, and it looks like Gross will be going for Green Lantern.
Yeah, this is the character that he's is patented to himself. I mean, he's the most successful Green Lantern in this game, without a doubt.
Right, and then Viking also going with his classic Lantern, which will be Atrocitus.
All right, here we go. Very nice combo. That was as optimal as it's gonna get.
good space control by Viking, getting the anti-air, but a great flip out. Not quite in time to punish, though.
Oh, beautiful spacing from Viking. That's actually, or excuse me, from Gross. That's actually one of the things that I think he's most impressive in, is Gross has one of the best neutral games in our community.
That's true. It's because he's used to playing a character like Green Lantern that's so based on neutral.
Give up and die.
But at the moment, Viking has quite the lead. It's going to be a little bit of time until he gets Dexstar back, but until then, still doing relatively well. This shouldn't be too much damage. Yeah, look, only 327 damage. That is one of the main weaknesses of Green Lantern, is the fact that his damage overall, not high.
No, it's not.
But every single thing that he does gets him a little bit of Oki. Usually a cross-up mix-up. Really not too many overhead low mix-ups, just because the 4-3 is a little bit slower than
Wow, what a down-2 challenge.
Taste my bile.
Never on the first
Ew.
date.
What? Whoa. Okay.
Where have all these interactions been, dude?
I don't know. They're throwing the real oddball ones at us this time. That was, that one kind of takes the cake for me, I think, for today. Wow, look at that combo that just got dropped. But I'm still weirded out by that one. Taste my bile? Not on the first date? Whoa.
I mean,
Calm down, guys.
he's essentially suggesting that that's something he will do eventually.
Yeah, just not the first date. He can't make it seem too easy, you know? He can't seem like he'll do it for anybody.
That's ridiculous.
He's gonna get to know you better.
Then I'll taste your bile.
Yeah.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Oh, and this is getting down to a lot closer than it looked like earlier on in the match. And ooh, he went for the punish right there, but actually, I believe that was the meter burn version of the exploding lantern. Now, even the meter burn version of the exploding lantern is minus on block, and the normal one's very punishable.
Put that cat on a leash.
Dexstar cannot be tamed.
He certainly can't. No amount of normalization will tame Dexstar. I do love Dexstar's little horns right now. They're very cute. Look at them.
Wow, this is really close, and it is going to be a meter burn. That is the fastest projectile. It's not even
Solid hit. But I do believe it technically is a projectile. All right, so a very, very close match, but Gross managing to make the full comeback.
Ooh, little shimmy there. No one was home there for Viking, though. He wasn't able to block it. And again, these guys play each other so much. We're going to see that like kind of those awkward situations where it's like, well, that normally wouldn't happen, but because they play each other so much, they have to do things that are unconventional.
Right, they're just so used to each other's playstyle. Ooh, empty jump into forward two. There's a lot of like really next level mix-ups. Good block on the overhead. Of course, the overhead is still a little bit plus, so you have to respect at least the back one afterwards.
Oh, nice. Caught him with the low. Goes for the combo conversion. Doesn't get it, but then eats a rod of blood puddle and another nice use of Dexter. So I will say that so far on the broadcast today, Viking has been the most consistent with doing a great job of converting with Dexstar active. Optimally at least. Wow, I could not say that word.
Oh, I do agree, but of course Viking has been playing this character for a very long time. Since release, as far as I know. So, should be used to it by now. Ooh, good combo. What's the mix-up afterwards? Oh, just nothing, and punishing with a down two. Very smart.
Guardian's pawn.
I'm their Emerald Knight.
Oh, what? Raw empty jump.
Yeah.
He like walked up to him, then jumped over him, then did a low. Very weird.
And again, I mean, if Gross can actually get Viking low enough, he again has access to that projectile. We saw it last game. It's the meter burn straight projectile. It's like a laser beam. It is a mid. It's kind of comparable to Firestorm's, but in the sense that Firestorm's is not a mid, and if he gets hit while trying to do it, it goes away. Green Lantern's does not, and it is a mid.
Yeah, so of course it's a very, very good zoning check.
Yeah, and I believe, can't Green Lantern lift through that shield?
He can,
I think
but
he
it's
can.
a very,
it's a
very
rid,
hard
sure.
read.
Yeah, of course.
And right now it doesn't seem like maybe he needs to do it. That should be the kill. Nice flip out, but it got caught. And then it's
there
just
it is.
enough.
Beautiful finish.
Into it. Viking sticking with his character. Raw back three and no.
I think he went for it down one into
background bounce?
Yeah, background bounce, but he didn't quite get it.
Yeah, I think that's possible. Again, he could have potentially gone for the background bounce combo right there. Just raw back one into background bounce. What? Back one ducked him underneath the meter burn back three. I've never seen that happen. Usually Green Lantern back one doesn't actually really have any sort of low profiling ability. Gross has such a lead here. Can Viking land any mix-up?
Oh, beautiful whiff punish, and Gross now with a commanding life lead.
Will, there's a win.
There's a will, there's a win? That's a good one. I don't think I've heard that one either.
Again, this is what we're talking about. Gross is just so good at playing in that neutral,
that one
and he's
before.
so good at whiff punishing as well. One of the best in our community. And he's showing it right here. This is exactly why.
Oh, and Viking waiting until Dexstar is ready, but he might not have very much time to actually use him.
Oh, that was risky. But, I mean, he does have a sizable life lead, so the risk wasn't necessarily the worst, and a background bounce of his own.
Ooh, look at that.
That was a huge combo for Green Lantern.
That one was. So he's one of those characters where he just never really gets a very good unscaled opportunity to do a back three. But if he does, for instance, off a background bounce, then it's huge damage. It's very similar to Fate.
Okay, goes for the back one stagger, trades, and he is going to take a life bar, but Viking has a huge hill to climb right now.
Dexter just made a cute little noise. As he
And
flew
there
away.
it is, look at that projectile. It is a mid, and that is it. Gross. Taking it over Viking.
I said that. And whatever, dude. I'm done. Find someone else to
I quit.
commentate.
Yeah, I'm done. Josh, where are you at? Let's
Take my spot. No, so, like I was saying, of course Toxin's not going to pick Scarecrow. He's going to go straight to Supergirl, as I predicted. Now, Supergirl, one of the most buff characters in the patch.
Yes, that is correct.
She wasn't normalized, she was extralized.
Wow. I don't really know what to say.
You don't gotta say anything. Just let it be. But you know what? Viking doesn't care. Doesn't care how extra she is.
Interesting.
Oh, and he's gonna have the explosion ready, or no, he got back to life. So look at that, even furthering his life lead.
You gotta imagine though, if this does not go well for Toxin, he will switch to Scarecrow.
Almost undoubtedly.
Yeah.
And so far it's not looking great, but he's still always got the Oki after every single knockdown.
Oh, not getting clipped, and that is going to be the life bar. Decent life lead for Viking here, but I do expect Toxin to make it somewhat of a comeback here. As I say that, he gets hit.
Toxin refusing to listen to us.
Yeah.
Oh, this should be a big combo. Doesn't go for any meter build or side switching. Just going through some very basic stuff.
Oh, nice block.
And
I'm surprised he actually had time after getting Dexstar out.
Yeah, that was a very smart teleport, I feel, by Toxin, but he was just a little bit too slow.
Toxin is still working on getting rid of that life bar. Finally, he does.
Streaky's better than Dexstar.
Ooh, that is it. I feel like I would never say that, because if there's one way to piss somebody off, it's to insult their pets.
That's true.
There's literally almost nothing in this world that can piss people off more. And if there's
Maybe
one person
insulting their children? I mean, that's about it. Even still.
I don't know.
Some people hate their
there.
kids.
Yeah. But yeah, and if there's one person you don't want to piss off, it's probably Atrocitus. He's like, you insult Dexstar.
Good block.
We'll taste my bile.
Not on the first date.
Yeah. Ooh, a trade conversion. Good
Ready
clash.
for nap time, baby?
You'll not ridicule me again.
you call him a baby? That's a good one.
Is Dexter considered a pet though? Like he's
I
not
don't
really
know.
a pet, right?
He's a best friend. That's really what he is. Best
He's a
friend.
super best friend.
He is a super best friend. Ooh, no clash. We get the hard knockdown. The cross upset him. Good block by Viking.
Oh. Wait, wow. Toxin has really brought this back.
He has. This is looking really close, and this could be the conversion that kills.
No, not quite. Oh, what a shield. Wow.
You said he brought that back so strong. And Supergirl, one of the characters that actually has some of the highest comeback potential now, just because her damage now is significant, and every single knockdown that she has gets you a very ambiguous cross-up mix-up. Maybe you can go for an empty jump low. That, though, right there, the raw teleport, that's not a mix-up. I'm sure that was an input error. Just dashing forward, catching her out of the float. Whatever works.
Maybe it does.
Ooh, that's a good knockdown. That's some guaranteed damage. Oh, and a beautiful conversion off of the preemptive anti-air up vomit.
I love the sound that makes.
It's like she's making her own sound effect. I mean, she literally is, but... Oh, wow. And for some reason, Toxin going for the less safe option.
Ooh, nice little staggers from Toxin. Good blocks. No, that's technically punishable, but it's okay.
Give up and die quickly.
Oh, and that's going to be a lot of damage. The meter burn, well, I guess I shouldn't say meter burn, but the full walking laser from Supergirl is actually an extremely good tool against Atrocitus once Dexter comes out, because it wastes a lot of time and it actually breaks through the shield. It breaks through the shield, and then the second hit will just continue on and actually hit Atrocitus, or at least make him block it. And then if he has to block it, it pushes it back some. It wastes some time on Atrocitus, or sorry, on Dexter, and overall it just works really well. Of course, then you lose the ability to check him with lasers for a little bit, but sometimes it's worth it. And if it hits...
No, I agree. I agree. I think it's
liking
a
my
very good
chances.
option against Atrocitus.
Your rage makes you foolish.
Toxin taking extra damage on top of what he already took. Oh, standing up into the vomit, that is no good. But he's got the corner, and the corner is very dangerous for Supergirl. Ooh, nice combo using the float. What's the mix-up? Ooh,
Look at the damage. Oh, no, he tried to bait it. In fact, he did. He neutral ducked, but I don't know what he tried to press.
I don't know. I think he just stood up into it a little bit too early.
No. 11 HP, Dexter's out.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
almost certainly death, yeah.
Point 11.
Less than 1 HP.
Right, less than 1 out of 1,100. So that was literally 1%. No, not 1%.
Less than-
0.1%
Yeah,
life.
there we go.
Wait, what? Yeah. 0.1. There we go. That's
Come
exactly
on,
what it was.
Evan.
Hey, man, don't make me do math. Ooh, hits the mix-up. Full conversion that gets dropped.
You gotta remember right now, these two are fighting for their hometown heroes' careers, because the loser of this is out of the tournament. Again, nice conversion with the flow.
Ooh, and this is a good hard knockdown. What's the mix-up? A bait? That is not the first time that we've seen that. For some reason, everybody here knows that Viking likes to wake up with up vomit, and they just sit there in front of him. Which, I mean, it's a great punish for every single wake up that character has. But that's not the first time that we've seen somebody just sit there, he wakes up with up vomit, and then they just down to him for the punish.
Trying to just close out that last life bar. Not enough chip, but the teleport will work as Dexter was summoned at the last second, and half of his remaining time is already gone.
That is very advantageous for Toxin.
Nice blocks.
Now, we did see a laser punish on the Bloodnado, but Supergirl actually has the ability to meter burn teleport punish every single Bloodnado on block, which is a huge damage punish.
Yeah.
All Kryptonians must die.
All Kryptonians must die. Whoa. All right. I'm right there with you. Right there with you, Atrocitus.
But Kara is so nice.
She is nice. I like her. She's no Superman, I'll tell you that.
No, she's definitely not a Superman. Wow.
Whoa!
That was so...
The shield was like, wait for me!
bad.
Hold on, I'm not that fast. Ooh, double meter burn back 3.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. Toxin is up 2-1.
His main, which of course just makes sense because he's played Scarecrow for so long, and while he does have a good amount of experience, obviously with Supergirl, it's not going to be as much as your main. It's just impossible.
You're right.
Good conversion.
Wow.
Whoa.
That almost went even further.
Nice, interrupting the down one to Blood Native. Oh no, if he had managed to keep the combo going for a little bit longer, Dexstar would have been ready to summon, but instead he's still got a good amount of damage.
It's just so, it's so weird now seeing her do over 300, like where she used to do 1900 or 190 rather.
1900, wow, what a combo that would be.
Yeah, excuse me, 190 is what I meant. You know what I meant.
Yeah, no, that's old Black Adam damage, 1900.
That's actually true, especially on Dark Side.
Ooh, big combo.
Yeah, most of her damage was actually buffed off of the breath.
Right. Everything else from her, mostly everything else from her is actually relatively unchanged, but the fact that most of her combos do start off of breath anyway means that it's overall a very large damage.
Especially in the corner, my goodness.
Oh yeah. That should be enough for the kill, and Loa drop. Still able to pick it up with Chip.
Your punishment is deserved.
Nice conversion. Mid-screen, nobody actually drops it. Why?
We've actually seen quite a few drops here.
Yeah, we have. Okay, it's going to be a good amount of chip. Coming in, nice block, and a good punish. Yeah, and Viking had to break.
I doubt it.
I'm sorry, was that dash up Blood NATO?
I think it was.
That was,
Ballsy is the word I would use.
that's the word for it. The best once he's still charging the charge. You know, they actually buffed that move because it recovers faster on whip now.
I did not. I should, but I did not.
Makes it actually a relatively good footsie tool in that situation. But of course,
Ooh, that was a very unnecessary risk.
I think that may have been an accident. I think he may have been trying to go for like
ending this
back
fight.
two or something.
In your own
But a raw, I mean, at least if we'd seen a meter burn, I would have thought, you know, okay, it's some weird silly mix-up. But a raw teleport, probably an accident.
Yeah. Oh, not getting the block there. Meterless conversion as Viking has done. Good block, and this should be it. Atrocitus does have 2 bars for air escape. He just built it.
One more mix-up could be really good for Viking,
And
but
that
he
is
gets
it.
clipped.
Toxin.
Busted down one in a breath. But Black Adam, a changed man. Oh wow, it's like he's cosplaying as Deadshot. What is this?
Yeah, actually, kind of is.
You stole my costume. He got up in the morning and got in the wrong costume. He's like, wait a minute.
He just looked at himself. He's like, eh.
Yeah. I can wear any color and get away with it. But wow, Bro's just controlling this so well.
Wow. Yeah, this. What is even happening?
Green Lantern's got you.
Green Lantern's got him. Oh, down 2 conversion. Whoa, that is not easy.
Another round of shots.
You're over the legal limit.
When at this point, it's really going to have to be a rushdown game from FullAuto.
I don't think this zoning is going to work, really. I mean, it can, but he has so much ground to make up. And every little piece of chip he takes on block like that wasn't even chip.
Right. I mean, just chip alone could take this entire thing for Gross. And of course, now he gets to sit there and wait.
Oh, he tried to hold it. I like the idea.
Oh, could have got the conversion off the jump in. Instead, went for a mix-up. And at this point, it looks like Gross is kind of running away with it.
Yeah, that's it. It's done. Wow. Encounter with him was at CEO 2013, and he could barely speak English back then because he had just come from the Dominican Republic. And over the years, like as his English has gotten better, I've actually got to know him a lot more, and he's a really cool dude to hang out with.
My first experience hanging out with him was at EVO 2014, I believe,
yeah.
where the Australians and Megabyte brought Vegemite. And everybody was trying it. They were letting everybody try it, and everybody thought it was so gross. And I loved it, so I would go around and I'd have a little spoonful of it, and I'd be like, this is really good. And then Gross would go up to people and be like, look, try it. It's really good. It's like chocolate. And then we kind of like fool people into trying Vegemite. And
Wow, that's
really
a terrible
out.
story. You're terrible people.
It was really funny. There were some people that threw up.
What?
Guamo and Revolver definitely like both kind of threw up. It was fun times. He's that kind of guy though. He's a troll, you know.
Yeah. Fun fact: if you kind of go back to what Gross's his quote was Mr. Money Match, I believe it was. I think the only words he actually knew how to speak back when I met him were money match. Like that's the only English that he knew.
Ooh, nice conversion. That's the first life block. That's true, though. That used to be like such a big thing for him. Although recently, I mean, I guess I haven't been in any majors that he's been at recently, but I feel like I haven't heard
I've been
hungriness for it recently.
I've been to so I went to Comebreaker, CEO, and Evo, and I don't think he really money matched that often this year, at least. He used to definitely. I mean, like as soon as the tournament was over, he was like money match, or even during the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. There was definitely no break to that. So we'll see if he ends up getting back into that. I actually don't think I don't even haven't seen Money Match.
Am I gonna need trick bullets?
What'd be the fun in that?
Right now, FullAuto definitely doing better than he did the previous game. He's controlled the space a lot better. But every time that Gross gets in, he picks the right spot.
No, he does. This is why Gross... So, the thing that's most impressive with Gross is he's been doing as well as he has, not only in Hometown Heroes, but as well as the IPS in general, playing a character that many people have written off as not very good. They think Lantern, he's not the worst character, but he struggles in a lot of aspects. But the one thing that I think Lantern is good at is playing neutral, and that is Gross's strength. So he really makes this character look and shine like he's fantastic.
That is true, and one more hit. All he needs is the meter burn straight laser. Oh! What a great way to get over it. Now one more hit from either player.
Oh, and it gets it at the last second.
The last maybe 1/60th of a second? That might be more accurate. So Gross just barely. I mean, that was the closest timing I have ever seen. Just barely managing to pull that out. FullAuto. I mean, as long as he continues on this path, he will continue to do better. And I can see him winning stuff, but I mean, it's going to be hard to come back from that mentally.
Yeah, that was so close for FullAuto, but Gross kept his cool. You know, he didn't overextend.
Ooh, wow. That's one of the first times that I've ever seen a Green Lantern jumping one lose an air-to-air. Oh, and this corner pressure could be really scary, but we talked about this earlier. FullAuto is one of the best in the game at using interactables. So if he gets cornered, he'll use it.
He's like the Michelangelo of his times.
True.
Because you remember in MKX, we had stated many times that Michelangelo was one of, if not the best interactable user in MKX. And he kind of had to be because he played Quan Chi.
Yeah, no, it's very similar in this instance. And when you play a zoning character, no matter what, you want to use all the tools that you have to escape, even if you have other ones. That beam working is such a good check.
OD FullAuto, though, is doing a good job of bringing it back. He's not getting dominated as bad as I say that he gets caught with a jump in, but he is keeping the life bar a little closer than what it was in the last couple games, although the last game was very close.
That's true. Literally almost couldn't be closer than that.
I always find a soft spot.
And now Gross just needs to take a little bit more life through zoning or whatever other means to advance into grand finals. Oh, but FullAuto's coming back. Nice, using the interactable as an offensive tool. And now look at this, getting closer and closer to even.
Wow, and a lot of action. There was some panic for Gross. He was just doing jump attacks, trying to get any hit he could, which is very uncharacteristic of Gross.
It's true, but it's always scary when Deadshot is close to you, and that should be the kill, assuming he doesn't jump.
Oh, he tried so hard and got not very far. Who are going to advance into E-League later this year.
Wow, an E-League.
That is going to be for a lot of bucks.
That is going to be for mucho money. All right, and a good start by Toxin, already cornering FullAuto. Now, I'm really surprised that we're seeing this pick again from Toxin.
Yeah, this is actually the first, this is the character that he played against FullAuto in the wow.
Your last breath draws near.
At that point, I feel like maybe FullAuto should have just woken up. Yeah, just do it. Oh, there it is right now.
You're a real downer, man.
That's the point.
You're a real downer, man.
And so far, this has been much better for Toxin. He did pick, as I was saying before, Toxin absolutely destroyed FullAuto in the corner. This matchup did not go like this before. It was actually FullAuto able to keep Toxin out and really frustrated.
Yeah, it was such a solid overall win for FullAuto. I mean, right now, look, he's starting to take it back, but he can control the corner too. Deadshot can control the corner as well as anybody.
Oh, you're
Down one, nice push block. Ooh, teleport, it actually doesn't go punish. I think OD FullAuto tried to down one it, but it didn't have reach. Nice block.
Oh, I think he tried to down one, but instead got down back one. Going right into it. I will. Don't you dare me. But a lot of times, two people will meet, right? And one of them will win and one of them will lose. Now, then the winner moves on and then loses, exactly like we just saw. So FullAuto just lost 3-0 to Gross. And even though they were great matches and he played well, you still lost. It's still tough. No matter who you are, it's going to be tough.
Well, sorry, interrupt you real quick. This is the first time we've seen Scarecrow's skin where his torso is like actually exposed.
Oh, yeah.
And it is gross. There's like actual holes in his skin. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
There's a hole in his stomach.
Showing off a little. But I think, yeah, he needs to, he needs a little tan too, I think.
Yeah, but anyways, continue. So one player and winner beats the other player, then he advances and loses, and then the run back happens.
Right, then the run back happens, but the player who got knocked into losers has just come off wins, obviously, because they are still in losers. So the mental game can be completely shifted. Even though technically it's a run back, one person just came off a loss, one person just came off at least one win. So it really takes a toll on people, one way or the other.
That's true. Time after time. Oh, and the teleport actually works because he had his trait active and that chipped out FullAuto.
All right, the patient game from FullAuto. Oh, a jump two might have actually punished that. But now we're still seeing some nice tick throws.
I love the little shimming right in front of FullAuto as BeyondToxin takes the life lead. Ooh, that would have been a cool conversion.
missed a few shots.
Only because you're cheating.
Oh, and just chipping away. The low rifle, even when not meter burn, is such an effective chip tool.
It is. Slowly, this life lead that BeyondToxin had built up is melting away. There's still a bar meter left. Command grab. It's going to put him at a little bit of a distance where he can get something going. No. Block still. Oh, and I think the meter advantage is in Toxin's favor. It is.
Will that bring him low enough to know?
He actually doesn't bet the 3 bars. He keeps 1. I think he wants that for plus frames on the gas. There it is. Push block. And that is it. So full auto.
If it might not have been smarter to actually spend that bar, try to get that damage,
Get the damage,
then
trade, and then teleport.
Exactly.
Sorry, I was reading you.
Yes, you correctly read exactly what I was about to say because it just makes sense. All right, plus frames and nice air-to-air. FullAuto has been on point with his air-to-air jump once today.
Nice delayed wake up, but actually he still gets caught. And again, another great conversion from Toxin. Can he keep him in the corner? Can he keep this pressure up?
Ooh, is he going to throw in the correct direction? He is. Good stuff. Putting him in the corner.
Oh, wait. There's a lot of shuffling right now.
Now do you feel fear?
Ooh, and that teleport is definitely punished. Can't get quite as much of a combo because blue trait is active, but it does end up knocking full screen. Low shot, low shot.
Low shot, low shot, yeah. That's gonna take, oh, there it is.
And look at all that damage just from zoning alone.
Oh, very nice.
Jumps twice, makes it work.
I love when Duck Crate comes out the other side. He looks so cool. And there is a break.
Next
2
time,
bars
try
apiece.
You need more toxin.
All right, so Toxin's actually going to spend 1 bar. Only lets him get 15% back. Nice dolphin dive, gets in the corner. This is a bad situation now for FullAuto. Push block, he has 1 more bar left, but Toxin has 2.
What? That jump 3 hit so far
that was
behind.
ridiculous. Begin.
All right, they're going back to Gorilla City, and we're seeing it looks like this is another costume by Toxin, right?
Well, it's a different one. You can kind of see his torso, but the last one you could literally see the holes like in his stomach.
Scarecrow is starting off with a good lead. Oh, again, could convert into so much more damage. Could have got the kill. Still managing to pick it up, but had he actually got the kill from that first situation, he would have been outside of the corner. FullAuto has all this room to walk back. Good air-to-air. Now, he could go in. Nope, you know what? Just choosing the space. He doesn't want to risk the opportunity for Toxin to manage to get out.
Nice punish on the teleport. So that's the adaptation, actually. FullAuto, instead of meter burning the low shot like he had been, he baited it and then he jumped and did an air-to-air because he knew Toxin would want to jump again.
Smart adaptation. Look at this, Toxin had a lead, but it's just disappearing over time. Every single time that he gets knocked out of that close range, he automatically is just like guaranteed to take a ton of damage.
Missed a few shots.
It only takes 1.
Toxin getting back 25% life.
So close. Toxin is getting impatient again.
All right, he needs to make this count.
So far he is. There is 2 bars available for both players, so we may see push blocks coming. Oh, never mind. He bets all of it right there for a mix-up.
Oh, and this is going to be so tough to make this comeback. 1 more meter burn low shot should be more than enough to chip.
Try to dolphin dive and no, it didn't work. Zoning, like, sure, the low shot meter burn does a lot of chip damage, but all the other options he has don't really do any chip at all. Like, you just walk in and be patient, and Toxin kept losing his patience.
That's true. You cannot you can almost not mess up even once if you're trying to get in. But you know what? He's going to choose a character much better at getting in than Scarecrow.
And I know it's not like, I'm not saying it's easy to get in a Deadshot.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, if you just don't take as many jump risks, you'll eventually get there.
You're totally right. But yeah, like I said, Toxin, he doesn't even want to deal with it, and now he's got a huge lead. Good combo from FullAuto, uses to activate the trait. And now it's time for the zoning game. But Supergirl, of course, can counter it so much better. Nice, good footsies by Toxin.
Yeah, so far commanding lead from Toxin. In fact, he is looking very good in this matchup right now.
Look at all that guaranteed chip, so much.
Ooh, nice trick shot to end it. FullAuto's not out of it yet. He still has a chance.
Now, it is so much scarier to throw out the meter burn low rifle in this matchup because if Supergirl jumps, and especially if she jumps and then floats, she can react to the low rifle and then meter burn teleport for a huge combo.
And that is gonna
Obviously a great player, and interestingly enough, choosing Aquaman against Toxin. Now, I haven't seen, actually I have seen a little bit of Aquaman from Gross, but it's very rare to see him choose Aquaman, especially, I would have to assume, post-patch. It's a little bit surprising.
Right. Well, Aquaman is still a good character. He still excels in the matchups that he was already good in, and he still does well in the matchups that he was even in. I mean, he lost a bit of damage, sure, but the character is still overall very good at what he does.
That's true. He's still got the neutral. He's still got the chip. He's still there. As we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is not much different from what we would have seen from old gameplay from Aquaman anyways. I mean,
Stick a fork in you. You're done.
stick a trident and you more like it.
This is kind of like a big fork.
I guess.
I think that's actually the joke. Oh, but look at all this chip. Toxin's getting a little bit of pressure. Nice backdash from Gross, showing that he knows the matchup. Again, 2 backdashes that have worked so well. Oh, a down one actually could have punished that, but Gross is going for some...
that is super punishable.
Are you distressed?
Does it look like it?
It certainly does not look like it at this moment. And Gross just chipping even further. Wow, managed to air the jump too. That is very difficult to do.
What kind of dip do you like with all your chip? You know what I'm saying?
Any type of dip you aren't like into?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
All right, well, we're gonna have you think about that for a little bit. But in the meantime, Toxin's still sticking with Scarecrow. Ooh, nice max range blast off 4-2. That should be relatively safe. Oh, and the infinite usage interactable in this left side corner. Of course, it only hits on the ground, so if you jump over it just like that, you're gonna get a punish. Toxin keeping it a lot more even. Wow, he definitely tried to down one. It's not the first time today that we've seen him try to down one, and he ends up getting the spin.
Yeah. Oh, nice down one contention. This is a much better round for Toxin, though.
The last breath draws near.
Definitely is, and he needs... Whoa, that's an interesting way to anti-air. But whatever works. He needs to keep this corner advantage.
Yeah, no, he does. And right now, using plus frames, he has 2 meters. You have to imagine Gross is going to push block. There it is. Nice down 2. Oh, and we're actually seeing a little bit of conversion there. That's new. Well, actually, I don't know. Gross potentially would have done that anyway to get the corner position, because that's mainly what that meter burn scoop was for.
Yeah, that's almost definitely why he did do it. I mean, we've seen him not really convert into that mid screen by choice. I think. A lot of chip, but oh wow! I was gonna say, at least Toxin is gonna get some pressure after.
Wow, what a read!
Ooh, that was. Ooh, both these players just kind of swinging at each other.
I am curious though why he went to Aquaman instead of GL. Maybe he just doesn't. There's something about he doesn't like. Maybe the 6-frame down 1 is something that he enjoys. The down 2, I don't know.
That's true. I mean, of all of his characters, Aquaman is a very interesting pick.
But it seems smart. It's working. It's worked out so far. Nice backdash. Still going to get caught in the corner, though, and this is going to kill.
Oh,
that was a cool setup.
That was cool. He knew that was going to be enough no matter what, and it was. Sweep ender into the 50-50, but good delayed wake up by Toxin.
Atlantis will not fear you.
Unless I beat her king.
Toxin saw the sweep and he was like, you know what, forget it. I'm not dealing with any mix-up. I'm just going to delay wake up. Ooh, and that's enough to even life bars.
Yeah, and that actually generally does over, I think, 200 or slightly over 200. So meter burn tentacle strike is still nothing to scoff at. It still does good damage from anywhere on the screen. Push block. Very nice. And I think that's the one adaptation we've seen most players do to Scarecrow is push blocking his plus frames.
Right. I mean, you make him waste his meter and he's out of there. I mean, especially if you are a zoner who can build more meter than him.
Oh, and a trauma attack.
That's a lot of damage.
It's not going to kill.
Right, but now at this point, I think Toxin can just throw on trait and or you know what, or just forward.
Begin.
The hat's very important.
That's a nice hat. Wow, look at that little baby backdash from Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, a lot of the backdashes from the old characters were considerably normalized. Ooh, that's gonna throw all the way into the corner.
Yep, good position. Nice jump one to avoid the unblockable interactable.
He literally picked up the skull and then just like dropped it. And it like slowly fell. It knew its own fate.
Ooh, and that was very ambiguous. I don't even know what side that was on.
I don't either. I mean,
we're gonna get another one. Ooh, wow, gross.
Even say
You gotta wonder why he didn't start out with Jill in the first place. Not that his Aquaman did poorly by any means, but this is obviously the character that he is comfortable with.
Yeah, he's looking really good so far. But he is going to have to win 2 in a row if he wants to win outright. Maximum damage.
Plus, you can actually backdash the last hit of that string because that string is plus and it's very pesky to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, every little thing that's even just a little bit plus, or even for Scarecrow, is so scary.
It's so good, yeah, because of the fact that he has such a fast down one that can be canceled into a tick throw, or can be canceled into more plus pressure with meter.
That launches on hit, of course. Yeah, it's scary.
Nice push block again. We've commented on it many times before. I can't speak, but it is so crucial that he gets it done. And is this going to be a reset? It is.
Wow, Toxin 3-1. Even once Gross. We are switching to the post-reset match here, so that is back to 0-0, and we're also seeing a switch back to Aquaman.
That's correct.
Ooh, the ambiguous cross-up. If there is anybody on this earth that is good at ambiguous jump threes, I think it's Gross.
That's true. I would have to agree with that.
Wow, look at this life lead. Literally, Gross has not been touched yet. Now he has. There you go. Just happens.
combo, tries to backdash, gets caught by that jump 3, that amazing jump 3 of Scarecrow. And talk about ambiguous. It is now Toxin's turn to trap him in the corner, but that jump 3 doesn't actually hit.
I'm surprised that it didn't. I think it may have actually fallen into the invincibility from the Wake Up Trident Rush. Trident Rush does have a lot of invincibility. To bait it, you have to swing really late.
Nice, just teleports with the trait active. Fear Gas is going to do a little bit of damage. Take the light bar.
And take the corner positioning back. Ooh, unsafe. Yet nobody punishes.
Tries the backdash, and I don't know if he was actually able to block that. I think he was. I think he just got hit.
Yeah, hard to tell. Oh, and another meter burn back 3. Oh, but he tried to jump a little bit too early. Or I guess it's a
Nice
little
conversion, and it's going to be a clash. 2 bars, though, are in favor of Gross. Toxin only has 1 bar, so he's going to spend it both. And now he is within chip range, and a down 2 will do it.
Well, I think Gross is starting to realize just how much Toxin feels safe jumping, and we see it again. One of the only characters in the entire game that has a good time anti-airing Scarecrow is Aquaman.
That could also be a huge factor in why he's decided to pick Aquaman. Not only that, but although GL has a really good back one and some tools there to play neutral, Aquaman, I believe, has slightly better range.
Possibly.
All right, corner pressure here.
Ooh, that should be a good conversion. No, drops it.
Oh, and he misses.
2 huge drops.
Yeah,
one from each player.
That's really big.
And again, just like you were saying, a little bit over 200 damage, still very, very solid, and that's enough to close out that life bar.
And that's from anywhere on the screen. Wow, forward 2 right there in his face. That wasn't even really in neutral. That was in pressure.
Nice backdash to get away from the down 1, but it won't matter. A jump 3 is going to close out the life bar. It's looking very, very close, but overall, I'd have to say that Gross has really made a good adaptation.
Yeah, these are really good adjustments that have helped him not only in neutral, but also in figuring out the patterns that Toxin has been displaying, especially with his jumps, but Toxin's still not out of it. Oh, beautiful
nice
whiff punish.
When do you ever see a whiff punish on Scarecrow? The answer, never.
Scream in terror.
I'll flay you first.
I don't think he really needs to flay Scarecrow. I think he's kind of already flayed.
That's true. Yeah, as you can see, his body has holes all over it.
Yeah. Points potentially see a Supergirl pick. Oh wait, no, we can't. I'm sorry, it's up 2-0. So
yeah, that is 2-0 after the reset.
You're right. Oh, we're already there. I was already thinking too far into this set when we are too far.
Ooh, and he just barely missed. Backdashes the command grab. Now trade is active for Toxin, slowly pushing. That was a beautiful read.
And that is exactly how you're supposed to use a Scarecrow meter burn forward 3. Use it for armor at that sort of range. Beautiful way to get through different options, and nice, really strong game from Toxin.
Yeah.
He has bones on his thigh, like other people's bones.
Could be his own bone, you don't know. Ooh, nice anti-air back 3. Just a raw non-meter burn back 3 in neutral. Catches so many options with Scarecrow. Both of these characters actually have very similar looking raw back 3s.
That's true.
Wow, look at Toxin just running away with this.
This would be very impressive if Gross could bring this back.
It would be, and it would be so much easier had it been pre-patch when Aquaman still had that damage, but now, with his current damage, considerably more control. Wow, down 2.
Yeah, and also, can we just take a moment, like, and realize that this is in Bruce's, you know, kind of bat cave. And he paid so much money for all those things, and these two are just clowning around destroying half of the bat cave.
It's not very nice.
No, it's not.
I mean, Scarecrow, he probably doesn't really care.
Yeah, Scarecrow doesn't care, but Arthur? Come on.
Yeah, I thought they were buddies. Maybe he'll just invoice Atlantis.
Wow, this comeback is actually happening. 59 HP left on Groth's side.
But this is the ultimate closer.
Oh no. He actually still took a little bit of damage.
Oh, I wonder, had he not clashed that, I think he would have
He
won.
would have died?
No, I think Toxin would have
That's what
won.
I'm saying. If he didn't clash, then Gross would have died.
Yeah. And now he's got to put it on again.
Oh,
Look
wow.
how much damage he took for it. Now he's in a worse position.
Oh, and that is it! Are you kidding me, Gross?
I don't think I've ever seen a situation where I feel like the loss happened because the person...